All right, Pops. We got Baker Mayfield. We got the Bucs. We made a video about 2 weeks ago, Pops. MVP Bake. MVP. MVP Bake. But he's not baking right now. They end up losing the game, Pops. 32-44 against the Buffalo Bills. Shout out to Bills Mafia. Josh Allen in the game, get it done without Keon Coleman. We also talked about the Keon Coleman situation. Make sure you go tap into that. But with the Keon Cole situation, Pops, they still get it done 44-32. How do you think? Do you think Baker's still MVP? Do you think the Bucs are still playoff mode? What's your thoughts? Talk to me, OG.
Oh, yeah. And the new rating things. Last 2 weeks, we're trying to play out.
So if the Bucs end up winning 60% of their games, still make playoffs, you consider the Bucs one of the higher end teams, middle end teams, or bottom tier teams when it comes to the playoffs.
They're up on their division.
But as a whole, though, when it comes to the NFC playoffs, do you see the Bucs being like a top tier contender, kind of in the middle contender? You don't know, like they're strong, but you're not sure if they're at the top tier or sitting at the middle, or do you think like they're middle tier falling toward the bottom tier of the playoff teams? Everyone's got a shot, but like how do you think overall? Because I know they looked hot, then they got cold. Everyone's talking about them. They don't know where to place, the Bucs and Baker. So where would you place them, Pops?
I think their defense is weak. But anybody wants to make it there, it's possible. Offense can score. So, like I said, if you have a few good defensive stance in the right moments of the game, it's all that matters. That to me, their defense is weak.
Weak defense. Offense, are you happy with what you're seeing so far, or what do you think about the offense?
Well, they got Goblin coming back, which is going to help. And they probably got a bookcase where he's getting totally healthy. And Ted is playing well. So, yeah, they're starting to get in stride with their offense again. And plus, you got Buck Irvin coming back, and Tucker's looking pretty good, too, himself.
Yeah, and he's very fast as well. He's a big back that runs a 4-3. He runs every bit of a 4-3. So I think they have a couple of weapons. Shoot, don't forget about Rashard White. Rashard White's a solid receiving running back. He's a solid running back as well. They got some pieces, I think, on the offensive side, Pops, and I think you're right. I think the defensive side of the ball, even with Antonio Winfield, they got Levante David over there. They got Veta. They got multiple different pieces, but it seems like the defense is either solid, Pops, or they're kind of wishy-washy. And I'd agree with you. I think in the playoffs, they got to make sure that they can clean that up if they want to have a good playoff run, because the Rams ain't playing that. Lions ain't playing that. Seattle ain't even playing that right now, Pops. Like, there's a lot of teams that have offensive weapons that are ready to click on all cylinders.
That's bad. Get more support. He's on the run defense, but they haven't.
Yep. That's everything I got for the Baker thing, Pops. Oh, what do you think about MVP Bake?
Yeah, like I said, it all depends what happens the last few weeks. He's still running. Ain't nobody to call them as theirs. But Gibbs has had a really good year. Your Robinson's had a good year. You've had Taylor who had a good year. A lot of things on with the running backs. So we'll see. We'll say you've had Stafford good year.
Yeah. Well, shoot, that's gonna wrap up the Bucks and Baker Mayfield situation. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there. JT looks phenomenal. There's a lot of players out there that could possibly be in that MVP race. There's still a couple of weeks left for everyone to inch their way just a little bit forward, compared to the competitors. So hopefully, they all are able to compete, and hopefully. If a team gets into a bye week situation, we don't see a quarterback just sit out even though he's an MVP candidate, and then next thing you know, they lose because of that. But also, hopefully, they reward him for having that bye. So we'll see how the MVP race goes. Bake still has a shot, but the Bucs definitely got to get it together, Pops, and I think he definitely has to perform just a little bit better as well. But he did have an injury on his last week's game, and we're going to get into that segment just a little bit later, but that's going to be on a different podcast, so make sure y'all tune in. Subscribe to the Juice and Pop Show.